What is going on, guys? GT, I am the tie, and I'm coming at you with something a little bit different from my channel today. I kind of want your input as to whether you like this stuff or not, so definitely let me know down in the comments below. Obviously, you guys know that I do a lot of 4th gen stuff. I really haven't been doing a whole lot of 5th gen. The main reason why is because my computer, the emulator lags so badly that I can't screen record it and kind of produce a quality video for you guys. And 4th gen matches have been kind of hard to come by, but I do want to get you guys some content. Wanderer of the Wind suggested that I do a guest narration. I thought that was a pretty good idea, so I thought I would do a guest narration today between Wanderer of the Wind and MasterofPokemonAndy. Both of the links to their channels will be in the description below. And without further ado, let's get this thing started. Alright guys, this is a 5th gen UU match from Wanderer of the Wind's perspective. MasterofPokemonAndy is on the far side, and we've got a Crobat out here against an Azelf. Now, normally I would go for a U-turn if this was a standard Crobat, but I think it's actually a special Crobat, so he's gonna have to hard switch out into Clefable, anticipating a Psychic move, obviously, and based on the damage, I'm assuming that that's a regular Focus Sash Azelf, because I think that's the most common one running in UU right now. So he's anticipating a taunt in this scenario. Wanderer of the Wind's going to go ahead and go for the knockoff, catches a Registeel and knocks out the lefties, which is actually pretty good. Obviously the taunt is not on the Clefable. I think getting the taunt on Clefable would have been more beneficial to Andy in the long haul, but he's going to take this opportunity, set up his Stealth Rocks now. Registeel is going to do the same thing. I really don't like Registeel in this gen right now, mainly because it can't explode anymore, and I really think that was like one of the most dangerous things about facing a Registeel. And obviously, I think Registeel just turns into setup fodder, but he's anticipating a T-Wave or a Iron Head, so he switched out into Slowbro, and MasterofPokemonAndy switches out into a Miltank, and I think the reason why he goes out into a Miltank is to heal up, get a Milk Drink on this turn, hit him with a Toxic, and then kind of Milk Drink stall him, because that's what you can do to a normal Slowbro, but Wanderer of the Wind's running an offensive Slowbro, which definitely catches Andy off guard. The Surf is going to be doing a little bit more than half, because I know that Miltank is more of a physical wall, not much of a special wall. So unfortunately for MasterofPokemonAndy, it puts him in a tough spot. He's kind of hoping that this Slowbro does not have access to Slack Off. Maybe it's like a lot more offensive, purely offensive, but it is running that support move, and MasterofPokemonAndy is going to have to get the Toxic on this Slowbro. If he doesn't, then basically the Miltank, he brought in Miltank for no reason at all. So Miltank's going to go down, early 6-5 lead for Wanderer of the Wind, and I think MasterofPokemonAndy has two different options. He can go into Jolteon for the obvious T-Bolt, or he goes into Azelf, threatening either the T-Bolt, the Grass Knot, or a Shadow Ball. But Wanderer of the Wind switches out into Bisharp, I think anticipating a Shadow Ball, maybe seeing Andy's videos before, or the possible Grass move. And obviously, in this scenario, he could, I think Andy is assuming that he's going to be fearing the Fire Blast, so he's going to think the Sucker Punch is coming his way. He's going to go into Jolteon on the free switch, but Wanderer of the Wind's going to go for a Night Slash, predicting a switch, which is a nice play for him. He's going to hit him with a Sucker Punch, take out the Jolteon, so that's a very, very nice pickup. Early 6-4 lead now, and obviously because Jolteon is down, Slowbro is a much bigger threat to Andy's team. So in comes a Registeel, and obviously Registeel can't do all that much other than maybe T-Wave, and then possibly get the Iron Head flinch him to death, because I think that's the only thing he can do. Technically, I think Registeel probably set up fodder in that scenario as well, but he goes into Crobat, I think as status fodder, and he's going to go for the Heat Wave just to see how much it does, because he forgot to invest in special attack. It's not going to do too much, but I think it would still be a 3-hit KO if the Registeel was packing lefties, because the Registeel has very good special defense, and Crobat's not very good as a special attacker unless he has a nasty plot. So he goes on to Clefable now because he's packing the Heal Bell, and it's a good opportunity to go ahead and get the Heal Bell off, and MasterofPokemonAndy going to go for the Seismic Toss. At this point, I figure MasterofPokemonAndy probably needs to Paraflinch this guy. Because looking at his team, I think the only fighting move that he has on his team to take out the Clefable is coming from his Azumarill, and obviously the superpower can probably be read from a mile away coming from an Azumarill. So, and it's not going to help him, especially with Slowbro in the background. So he can go into Azumarill now, anticipating a possibility of hitting him with a superpower. But Wanderer of the Wind's double switch is predicting an Iron Head in that scenario for the possible Paraflinching. So this is probably the best matchup that Andy could possibly have in this scenario. It's really not good for him, but like there's nothing better because he has no one to switch in on the Slowbro. He gets the Freeze, which is very, very useful for him because obviously it gives him a free switch out into his Frostlass now, and because Slowbro is that big of a threat to his team now, he's just going to go for the Shadow Ball just to do as much damage as possible. Slowbro's not going to die, which is actually a little bit surprising in my mind, but I guess that means that Frostlass isn't invested in any kind of attack, really. So he's going to predict the second Shadow Ball, go into a Clefable, which is a great play on his part. And MasterofPokemonAndy is going to go for the Confuse Ray, which I wouldn't be expecting at all. Obviously, normally I see, I'd be expecting a Taunt, because I see a lot more lead Frostlasses, and then Choice Scarf ones and Choice Spec ones. So he's going to go ahead and hit him with an Ice Beam. Obviously, if he can hit through the paralysis or not get confused at any point in time, he can either go for a Wish or he can go for a Heal Bell, which would be beneficial for his team completely. He can get the freeze off of his Slowbro, get the paralysis off of his Crobat. I think the Crobat still has the paralysis, But unfortunately for Wanderer of the Wind, he's going to get, I think, paralyzed or confusion hack like 6 or 7 times in a row, which is really, really nasty. I feel really bad for him right here. So obviously Treble is going to go down, which is it's a great name for a Clefable, by the way. But Clefable is going to go down. And he's kind of picking momentum. I think the Parafusion process is very, very useful. I know in Hail, combined with Snow Cloak, that thing is deadly as hell. But he's going to go into a Crobat. Frostlass has the defenses of a Cheerio, but if you're not invested in special attack, he can still take a hit. So he takes a Heat Wave, surprisingly. He's able to take out the Crobat, and that means that really Wanderer of the Wind no longer has a fighting resist on his team, which is very, very key later on. So he's going to go into a Bisharp, and he's going to be able to take out the Frostlass. I think MasterofPokemonAndy was anticipating a Sucker Punch, so that's why he went for a layer of Spikes, which is actually very cool. And obviously, I'd probably go out into Slowbro in this scenario, fearing the possible superpower from an Azumarill, and then double switch it back out into Bisharp. But he stays in, goes for Swords Dance, I guess anticipating Andy to predict the Slowbro to come back out, and it comes back and bites him a little bit. Down goes the Bisharp, and obviously Andy's picked up all the momentum back, but unfortunately he does not have a safe switch into the Sawsbuck. I know the Sawsbuck is going to outspeed the Azumarill because it's locked into a move, and he's going to have to either switch and lose a guy or just lose the Azumarill. So he's going to go ahead and choose to lose his Azumarill right now, get hit by the Horn Leech, and in comes the Azal. I think he's anticipating a Fire Blast in this scenario, so he's going to go out into Slowbro to take the hit, also Thaw out at the same time, but MasterofPokemonAndy's going to go for a Psychic, so Andy is playing his way right back into the match, which I think is very, very nice, and he's going to kill him off with 2 Psychics in a row. I'm actually really surprised that Slowbro took that first Psychic, but down goes the Slowbro, and comes an Arcanine, and because it's a lead Azelf, even though he's taken quite a bit of residual damage, I'm pretty confident that that an Arcanine, because he has pretty nice special defense, can probably take a Psychic from that range, and he does. And I'd be anticipating a Crunch, but he goes Retaliate, which I really haven't seen on an Arcanine before. He can take out the Azelf, and I'm assuming the screen recorder turned on right here. So I think all that happens is that a Registeel comes in. I think he misses a Fire move, and then Registeel hits him with a Sawsbuck toss for the KO. So this turns into a 1 versus 1 matchup now. This is coming right down to the wire. You get a Sawsbuck out here against a Registeel, and obviously he pulls Nature Power out of nowhere. Is that common on a Sawsbuck? I don't know. And does Nature Power always turn into Earthquake when you play Wi-Fi? I'm just kind of curious. But he takes him out with an Earthquake, and that was a hell of a good game. I thought that was actually a lot of fun. So obviously, if you guys enjoyed that video, let me know down in the comments below. Definitely click that like button. Definitely check out both MasterofPokemonAndy and Wanderer of the Wind. I know they play a lot of lower tier stuff, so that was a lot of fun to narrate. If you guys enjoyed the little guest narration thing that I'm doing, just to get you guys a little bit of 5th gen action in the meantime, let me know down in the comments below. And I just wanted to say one thing really, really quickly. I'm approaching 1,000 subs, so obviously thank you all for watching my videos, commenting, clicking the like button, and all the other things, just kind of spreading the word. What should I do for 1,000 subs? Should I do like a UU 5th gen tournament? Let me know down in the comments below any ideas, and I'll catch you guys another time. Bye.